Good morning, legends. So welcome along to another video, and we're going to talk a little bit about finances in this episode. I'm going to give you some tips on how to get better with money. So tip number one is to create and stick to a budget. One of the most important steps in being good with money is to create a budget and stick to it. This means tracking your income and your expenses and making plans for how to allocate your money each month. So tip number two is to pay off high interest debt. High interest debt such as credit cards can quickly snowball and become unmanageable. Make a plan to pay off high interest debt as quickly as possible and avoid taking on new debt whenever possible. Tip number three is to start saving early. The earlier you start saving for the future, the more time your money has to grow. Consider setting up a retirement account and making regular contributions. No matter what age you are, it's always good to start that early. Number four is to invest wisely. Investing can be a powerful way to grow your money over time, but it's important to do so wisely. Educate yourself on the basics of investing and consider working with a financial advisor if you're not sure where to start. Tip number five, and this is one that annoys a hell of a lot of people, is to live below your means. It's easy to fall into the trap of spending more money than you earn. This can quickly lead to financial trouble. Instead, focus on living below your means and avoid unnecessary expenses. Number six is to track your spending. Stay on top of your finances. It's important to track all the money that you spend. This means regularly reviewing your bank and credit card statements and making adjustments to your budget as needed. And number seven is to plan for emergencies. Unexpected expenses can quickly derail even the best financial plans. Make sure you have an emergency fund set aside to cover unexpected expenses such as medical bills and car repairs. So there you go, guys. There is a few tips on how to get better with your money, and a lot of those tips is stuff that I work on a regular basis. It's always, no matter how much cash you have in the bank, you could be set up for life right now, or you think you could be set up for life right now, but if you're not looking after your finances, it can quickly dwindle. And stupid spending, how many people do you know that are in your run-of-the-mill 9-to-5 job and they're buying flash expensive motors that they cannot afford to keep? I've seen it happening more times than enough. Somebody saves up and saves up and saves up, and they think to themselves, okay, we're going to get my dream car here, maybe a Mercedes or BMW or something like that there, and when it comes to the first set of tyre change, they're crying because of the expense of actually paying the car off over the months. And they never buy it flat out. They buy it, get the deposit down, buy the car, but they're paying so much money back on it whenever it comes to changing tyres, or if they're out of their service period, you get a certain amount of months, maybe a couple of years worth of services from wherever you bought the thing from in the first place. Whenever that goes out, they're crying because they can't afford to cover all their bills and even change tyres and big expensive cars they get. So it's always good to, and that's an experience I've seen happening in the past. So I'm not just generalising. I've seen it happening to other people. I have said to myself, no matter where I get to in life, I would love to have the channels or something, this channel or the podcast or something, like covering my monthly expenses and whatnot, and slowly move into doing that on a full-time basis. But I have always said, even if I'm worth £10 million, I'm still going to be driving a little beat-up Focus like what I'm driving now, because it is just the best financial option. So yes, take that information and do with it what you will, and I will talk to you in the next episode.